We can hear you.
Sorry, I've not even finished sorting out what I was trying to sort out, but I just decided to pop back into this class so I don't keep you guys hanging for too long. Good afternoon. You're all welcome. How are you? All people should mute and talk to me today. Let us be friends. How Nadi? You don't want to talk to me? Are we quarreling?
We can hear you.
I know you people can
Good
hear me. I want
afternoon.
you to talk to me. Good afternoon, Vivian. How are you? How are you? How are you?
I'm fine. How are you too?
I'm not fine. I'm not fine, but I'll be fine.
Is that what happened?
People will not understand what is
Ah,
going on in my head
so
right now,
sorry.
but
So sorry
voila.
about that.
It's okay.
Sorry
Uh,
about that.
it's okay, Sha. You're all welcome to today's class. We are 14. A good number. I took some time before coming in, but at least that's a good number to work with, hopefully. How many of us were able to try out? Apart from Fever, because Fever was the one that was sending me a message throughout yesterday, and I was struggling to answer her because I was so tired, but I was just trying to answer her. I know that she has been able to go through the um, Infinity Free, set up her account, and all of those. Who else has been able to do that? Anybody? How many of us you have registered? Okay, you registered on the only registration. Did you? Didn't you? Who's that? Self Bakari Busai. It was already installed, right? You can see that it was already installed. So you just simply need to log in. So I had to click on manage plugin, and from click on managing plugin, it came up like this, which of course I did not want. Then I returned back to WordPress management, and then you see this place where you see login. Do you understand? That was how I was able to navigate my own. Or better still, you can click here. I think this also works. Yeah. So you see, so instead of going through this other long process, you just scroll down to that point where you have the WordPress management, and then you click here and you click on login, right? And I think immediately I click on login, it took me into the dashboard as an admin. So it's going to redirect you and then take you back into the dashboard, the WordPress dashboard. Can you see it now? What's her name? Gift. Can you see it? Do you understand? Okay. Hope you can navigate it. It's not going to be an issue. It's quite simple. You just have to navigate. I was also trying the password and trying, but I wasn't getting any response. It was keep telling me correct password. I tried different pattern. It didn't work until I had to push. There's always a way out for all of these things, right? So now this is the WordPress, right? Um this is the WordPress. This is your dashboard. This is your home screen, right? So this is where you can manage this website from. So the very first thing we want to do is we want to install a theme, right? So we'll now go to appearance, and when we click on appearance, you're going to see themes, right? You can see themes, right? So we want to install a theme. Okay. So this is themes, right? And of course, these are like the free themes that they give, right? And of course, you want to add new theme. Um, let's see what this will give us. Yeah. So you click on add new theme, and it's going to take you to the this popular section, right? So you want to um add a theme. Someone is telling me installed. Hello Elementor installed. Okay, this is the one that was installed, right? So we want to maybe add a theme that we want to customize for this website, right? And of course, so these are, of course, you can see some free themes and you can see some that you have to actually pay for, right? So you can see all of these themes here, being this one. Just install this. If I click on install, it's installing that theme. By the time it finishes installing, it's going to ask me to activate. So let's wait for it to finish installing. Yeah. So after installing, you click on activate. So you can see that it has been activated, right? So it has been activated, right? So we now have this theme, right? And of course, you can see here to customize. So you want to customize. Let's see what that is going to show us. So let's wait for this to finish coming up. Has it finished loading? Yeah, so you see, you can now customize this to how you want it to be, right? But we want to see, we don't want to use just this theme. We might also want to use so you can see it, right? You can my internet connection is not stable. You can change the theme as well if you don't want the theme. Um, but this is not what we want to see now. We'll go back. So this is the team, and the team has already been active. So we want to now build it. We want to build this website. So we've already installed the Astra team, right? And let's go back to dashboard. Yeah, so this is the Astra team, and this is their whole quick start. They can even have a quick start guide on how you can be able to customize it to your preference, right? And of course, we are done with that aspect. Let's go back to appearance in the teams and let's customize. So there's supposed to be a team builder. I'm looking for that place where we have a team builder, that you can use a template to be able to build a team. But of course, you can also do this with this Astra team. But we can use a team builder to be able to change all of this, right? Let's see this. There's already a link here. You can add a link. Um, trying to look for that team builder. Yeah, so once you build this, see, this is this now. This is this block, and you can edit that block to what you want, right? You can see Astra, you can remove it. You can see site title, my blog. So you can change the site title to what you want it to be. So let's say this is bubbles. And we see site title visibility. You can see it has changed from Astra to this to bubbles. So you can also change the logo, which is this logo you have here. Let's first of all view this website. Let me view it on another um window and see what it looks like. Okay, so it's not yet set up, of course. So by the time you're finished editing all of this, you can publish, right? So you see design here, you can change logo color, you can change title color, you can change whatever you want to change. This takes some time. This is not like our focus. Now you can change the logo. The logo there is Astra. So I can decide to change the logo to something else. Um, of course, you can see site title visibility. Uh, it has gone off for system. So I want to put that back on. And that color, I don't like it. So I think I want to change the color of that site title. I'm looking for where the color is. But this is simply where you can just do a quick edit of this theme template. But we want to be able to internet connection is very Internet has been so slow recently. Forgive me. Eh? Are we understanding what's going on? First of all, so this is the Astra. You can customize it to what you want to customize it to. Do we understand? First of all, let me be sure. Because this is a team we just installed, right? And of course, we're supposed to have a place where we can also install the templates that we can use, which of course is the theme that we have installed. You can uninstall it and install something else, right? So if we go to the theme, you can see this other theme is here, but it has not been activated. You can see this one is here. It has not been activated as well, right? All these ones are default. But this is the one we installed, right? If you look at the theme details, you can see what it looks like. Of course, being the customizing that we're trying to do for it, or let's install another theme. So this is the header, right? You can change the header type. For site title and logo. So you have to just be able to change all of these things to suit what you want, right? So you can see that like my WordPress blog, you can change it to Bubbles website, right? Okay, the network is loading up. Let me wait for it. Yeah, so you can edit this to whatever you want to edit it to, right? So we have changed this tagline to Bubbles website. You can, of course, site visibility, which is this name that you want to change here. You want to change the site title. So this theme is kind of dark, and I'm trying to see how I can change these colors from this theme. Because these are all free theme, right? So this is the title color. This is the title color, right? The title color is showing black. So you might want to change it to a color that might be bright, right? So now I've changed it to white, right? Of course, you can choose a theme that is relevant to your brand, right? So we have changed the title color to bubble. The logo color as well. Of course, we can change the logo color. This is their own logo. So you can change the color of the logo. You can change it to whatever you want. Because you have to change the logo and set your own logo, right? That's it for that. Let's go back to general. Okay. So, this is the whole, this is the Astra, right? And of course, we have been trying to customize it, but now you can leave that for later. You can customize it anyhow you want to customize your theme to look so that it has your own look, right? And of course, you can see customize, custom layout, spectra, and all of that. It's showing us a plugin. So this is where you can install plugins to your WordPress, right? Now, plugins help your WordPress website to, it depends, I mean, it depends on the plugin you want to install, right? There are plugins for SEO, there are plugins for team builder, there are plugins for several stuff, right? And of course, you can install any plugin you want to install. So you can decide to say, um, let me say I want to add a new plugin. Of course, you can see different plugins here. You can see Classic Editor, which most people use on their website to edit their posts. You can see Classic Widget, Jetpack, Health Check and Troubleshooting, BB Press, Gutenberg. There are so many plugins, right? You can also search for a plugin if you know the kind of plugin that you want to actually install on your WordPress, right? So I think I need an Elementor plugin. So let me search for Elementor plugin because it will also help us to Elementor plugin is not here. Yeah, so let's use this Elementor. Elementor is the page builder, right? It helps you to build your page well, right? So let's just install this Elementor plugin because we need it to be able to build this website better, to build the team. So I was struggling to build the team. But with this Elementor, you can be able to build the team perfectly, right? It's like it is a team builder. You can use it to build the page. So let it install. It's kind of slow, but wait for it to install. Yeah. So you can see this is the plugin. Normally, usually, most times, WordPress usually it has this plugin under default, but today I think they have changed some stuff. So I'll just activate this plugin, right? So we'll wait for it to activate. So this Astra team is what we are using. Where's the plugin that we have just activated? Elementor, right? So you see Elementor. If you tap on Elementor, it's going to open up. You can see general post types for post pages, landing pages. You can use it to change whatever you want to change, right? Integrations, you can integrate it with some other stuff. You can see features and you can see so many things that you can use this Elementor plugin for. It's a very nice plugin to have on your website if you have a website, right? Um, yeah, so you can use it to edit your theme, right? So I'll just save this and I'll try to see how I can use Elementor to edit that theme that we already have. Let's see if we can edit that theme. So you can see welcome to Elementor, create your first page. You can also create a page here with Elementor, right? Of course, this is Elementor on its own. This is if you want to start from scratch, right? You see how you can build what you want to build. You can change the name here. Elementor can help you build your page as well, right? So you can just drag and put, see how you can select the structure to put what you want here. You can change it to however you want to change it to. This is how you can use this Elementor to do what you want to do, right? But we want to use it to build that team, that's Astra team. So let's see if hopefully they can integrate it with the Astra team for us to be able to use it to build that team. Let's see, Astra dashboard. Uh, let's see. So it has its own plugin that it also asks you to install, right? You don't want to install so many plugins so that you don't slow down your um, website, right? You can see starter templates. Yeah, let's see what this is going to give us now. So let's use the templates that they have on this Astra team. Yeah, that's like the very first thing we're supposed to do. We're supposed to use templates website inactivated. Let's see. So it's loading up. Yeah, exactly. Now this is where we wanted to be. This is what I was looking for. So you have to go and of course install the starter templates because you want to use a template to build your plugin. Now you can see that Elementor, you see block editor, you see Beaver. So you want to use this Elementor to be able to build this page, this website. Now they will ask you what type of website are you building. Now you can see different categories. You can see local business, personal care, professionals, personal sites, community, e-commerce, blog. So they are still loading. You're supposed to see templates. These templates are going to be appearing here, right? So you want to find a template that we can use for this our own website now, right? So it's slow. I don't know why it's loading so slowly. Has it finished loading? Let me just restart this. Uh, let's reload it. Some of the templates are premium and some are free. So you want to look for a free, of course, they have a lot of free templates, right? But of course, you can also use the premium ones. This is starter. So you can see different categories for website and the kind of business. We have here personal care, we have professionals, we have personal sites, we have community. So let this load up there. So these templates are supposed to be showing us how they look so we can make a selection. And if it doesn't, then logged out. Sorry, I got logged out again. Um, so yeah, these are templates, right? Right, you have to choose a template that you want to use to build your site, and of course, you have the Elementor plugin. If you choose it, you're even going to see the Elementor plugin without even having to go and install it yourself. So now you want to choose a template that is going to suit the website that you're trying to um, the website that you're trying to build, right? So you can see different templates. You can see some are premium and some are premium and some are free. So let's say we want to do, um, let's find let's find the template that we are going to use. Let's look for something simple. So let me look for a free template that is quite simple for us to use. Let's see. A wonderful gift. That one is like a landing page. Uh, so something that is not also going to have its premium. Let's see this template, right? And of course, it's going to open up the template. Now it's going to take you to this window. And of course, it's supposed to open up the design of this template for us. My screen. Okay, I can share now. So,
Can you hear me? Sorry about that. Sorry about that, please.
oh, what screen am I sharing? Yeah, so this is the templates, right? And of course, this is the template that we have here. You can see that this is the template we selected, right? Organic store, blah blah blah. Uh, we can edit this template to what we want to edit it to. Um, so you see here that we can edit this to suit what we want. So you see, I don't have a problem. You don't have a problem, blah, blah, blah. You can skip this and continue, right? Yeah, so you see here that you can upload logo here, and of course, put in the logo size. Guys, please excuse me. Okay. Back to this template, right? So you can see here that you can upload a file. You can upload a logo, of course, which is here. They say you can upload your logo here, right? You can upload a logo. You can change what you want to change here. Let's say we want to, of course, we don't have a logo that we want to upload, so we can leave it. We can just keep this and continue, right? Let's leave it at default. So you can see they will ask you for colors. You can change the colors. You can change the colors of the page. You can see. You can also change the font. These are the fonts that they have here. You can change the font. You can see different fonts that you can use. But I think we're going to leave this on default for now. You can change the colors of the page, of course. This is the colors and everything. So I'll just skip this and I'll just click on continue. So I'll just I clicked on continue, and I don't know why it's taking this time to load. Right. Checked out all of this. I mean, you can change colors. You can see the default colors of the page. If you change colors, you can see that the colors on the page are going to change. If you change default colors, you see all the colors are changing, right? I mean, you can see that the colors are changing. They are changing from one thing to another, right? Of course, we just want to leave it at default colors for now. And if you change font, you can also change your font. Of course, we're leaving that at default. why it's taking so much time to open up this that page. So I don't know why it's taking so much time to load up this page. It's taking so much time to load up. Has it opened up or it's still loading? Too slow for my like. So the next page is supposed to, what is supposed to open here is supposed to give you a window where we are supposed to input some few details like um, uh, just the last steps, right? So building this for real. I don't know why it is delaying so badly. Of course, you can always edit all of this by clicking continue. That's what it's supposed to open up. I don't know why it's taking this much time. So the next I'll just open is supposed to be like a last window where they're asking you to make a last insert where you will see a window like where they're asking you, okay, who are you building this website for? You put in an email, put who you're building the website for, and your level and all of those stuff. And you can agree to maybe receive their notifications and newsletters and all those other stuff. And of course, after that, it's supposed to take you straight up to where you can be able to install the templates to the team, and then you can use it for the websites. But at this rate at which it is going, maybe this template is not going to be so usable. I don't know. So I don't know why it's not going forward. It's making me go back. Maybe we have to go and select another team to use because I don't know why this team is giving me so much issues. So maybe let's select another team. So I'm trying to look for this. I don't know why it's taking, why the other one refused to install. So maybe I'll look for another template that will be used. Let's use this one. Let me see if this is going to work. So let's see this. We are not putting anything. So let's keep and continue. And of course, the website, that of mine is bubbles.createsites.net. That thing we chose that day. That's going to be the name. So we're skipping exactly. So this is where that step is supposed to come up. So I think that team had a problem. So you can see they just want to know a little bit about yourself. So you just put your name and email. So of course, definitely this is like the simple step. So let's say I want to put my name. So let me put I don't know, let me just put this name hybrid. And of course they want my email. So I'll just put this email. What's the email? Hybrid 97. So say hybrid 97 at gmail.com. Start simple. I am a beginner, an intermediate, an expert. So let's just choose beginner. I am building websites for myself, my company, my clients. I can say myself, my company, right? So I agree to receive your newsletter and accept the data, blah, blah, blah. Now, after doing all of this, they can, of course, this is going to install this to your website. So if I agree to receive their newsletters, they will be bugging me with newsletters. So let me just agree and then submit and build my website, right? So let's see. It's going to take some seconds. I could not install the plugin. Why? Let me refresh this page. So I think there's a problem from my browser. I don't know if it's my browser, but of course, why is it telling me all of this? Because we are almost at this is like the last step for them to approve this um, website to come up for us. Normally, it's supposed to load, and of course, it's supposed to build up. I don't know why it's saying something went wrong. We're building your website, sorry, something went wrong. So usually, it's supposed to build the website and then align it with the team, so you can be able to. Usually, I don't know why all of these are giving issues. If it's because of the template or something, but from what I've seen here, the templates are okay. From what I've seen here, this template looks okay. I don't know why it is giving me all of this. I don't know if it wants me to select another template. Of course, you can be able to select any template and move on. Don't know if it's my network too. It's taking time. My network is also part of this whole thing. Okay, let me choose some other template and see if it's the template's fault or my website's fault. This is not usually how it gives so much headache. I'm wondering why it's giving me so much headache today. So one is not even loading up. Okay, let me look for something a little more relatable. This is not supposed to take time, right? It's just supposed to align this template to the team, and then we can go back to edit it to become what we want for our own website, right? Um, this is premium. This is premium. Those ones are premium. Premium. This is the one we used last. Distributing to load up. This template is too dark for me. This one is not even coming up. Let's use this one and see. It's supposed to load up from here. So let me refresh and reload it and see if it's going to come up. Something is wrong. I think this is from my browser. Something is wrong. Give me a second. Let me try to fix this up. So let me fix this up really quickly. So just give me a second. I'm trying to see why these things are not letting me. Okay, so let's see now if it's going to go. Still the same thing. Still the same thing. Ah, so I'm kind of stuck here, which I don't know why, and everything is loading so slowly now, which is not supposed to be so. Well, I might have to check this out later, so I don't keep us down, because usually what this does is immediately that final after that final step that I showed us, where you have to put in your details, your name, your email, I don't know. I've just turned these cookies on right now, and it's still telling me the same thing. I've allowed all cookies. Okay, so trying to see why um this thing is telling me to go and clear cookies and all of this stuff. All everything is for me. Why it is giving me this issue. So let me see. Okay, so I'm gonna have to start this afresh and see where the issue is coming from. So I feel like my network is playing a very big role in this thing. Why does it look like my network is playing a very serious role in this thing that's going on today? Ah, so I have installed the theme. I have installed the template, and I'm trying to see why it is not coming up. I'm trying to look at it, but I'm not seeing any reason. So maybe so if I you can see we have because we have not set up. Let me show you guys what I can see on my screen on the regular browser now. So because we have not set up the what do they call it now? The website completely. You can see how it looks, right? If the team had installed and everything had installed like it's supposed to install, which of course is not difficult, we should have a clear window of you will see the team. You see the team, that template that we have installed, the template will now serve as the website itself. I don't know why is behaving this way today. I've done this like how many times and it didn't give me this kind of issue, right? But of course, after getting the team, we've already installed Elementor. The next thing is to the team has already been activated, right? So the next thing is to install that template. Of course, the template is there to make sure that you are able to use this team on the browser, and it is now misbehaving, and I don't know why. I've customized it. We've already done all of this. We've already gone past all this stage. So maybe we'll just so maybe we'll just of course look at starter templates here, right? Which you're supposed to use. Let's start it afresh and let's see. So let me start afresh and let me see what the cost is. And it's not even loading up again. So this might be from my browser. This might be from this browser because I have not experienced this before, not before now. So I want to believe it's from my browser. Because we need to set up the whole website to look normal. See, I said it's from my browser or my internet connection. You see how everything is loading so slowly and taking so much time. Wonderful. So I need something really simple that we can use. This looks simple, and this also looks. This is for, of course, a daycare service. This is for a fashion designer. This is for a creative blog. Let's see. I don't know. Is this free? It's still loading up. So let me allow it to finish loading. Maybe if it finishes loading up, then it might make more sense. I might maybe come back to the sense. But for now, it's still loading up. So usually, if we set this all up, we just need to set it up, and then of course, if you go over to your WordPress dashboard, let's open the WordPress dashboard on a separate this thing now. So I'm already logged in. So it's telling me login is invalid. Okay, now this is the WordPress dashboard, right? Um, these teams, have they finished loading? They have finished loading. Let's select this one and see. So normally, if all of these things set up the way they're supposed to set up, this WordPress, this place is still going to be like this. But then by the time you are able to now go and check the website on a browser, you're going to be seeing that template and that plug and that theme that was installed as the template that is going to use you're going to use for your website, right? Then you can edit it when you want to edit it, but it's taking time. And of course, from here you can set pages on your website. This is this this is not what I want to see. This is taking time because you can always set pages on this website, right? But because that whole template hasn't been installed, setting the page is also going to be a problem because you need to have the template installed. Once it's been installed, it is being read as a page on this website, right? And the website can see it as a page, and WordPress can also see it as a page on the website. You can now go and set your blog setting. You can add plugins that can help you for what you want to use it for, right? Um, so we can install plugins and we can also install what we need to use for the page. But since this is not loading up, let me press this skip and continue. It's not working. I think this is from my browser. So sorry, guys. I think we'll have to I might have to go and maybe later on look at this whole thing and be able to work on it by myself on my own end, right? So let's just leave it. So usually, I mean, if those whole templates are installed and you have it all set up, right? You now go down simply to these all pages, right? And of course, you can add a new page and name it what you want to name it. You can now set up your blog or your website. You can change the media. You can do whatever you want to do for your website, right? Everything is so slow. I think this is my so you see, it's still showing here hello world, which is not what is supposed to be up, right? We don't need to be seeing hello world. We need to be seeing something else. So maybe I'll just have to show you guys through the other one that I've done. Let me check if that one's going to open up as well. Let me see. So I have to go to account and let me see this one. So I'm trying to see if I can access it from the other one that I've done before. It doesn't take this time. I don't know why today is just so crazy. So it seems everything is against me this afternoon. From the network to my browsers, everything, right? Oh yeah, well, however they want to do it, we'll move on. Now I'm waiting for this one to load up. I've opened it, but it's not loading. But these steps are quite simple. They are not so difficult. You will want to come down to your WordPress and then set up your pages the way you want to set. Now this is post, right? This is post, and of course you can add a new post. And if you click on add new, if you have a new blog post you want to put out on WordPress, you just click on add new. It's supposed to take you to everything is slow. Oh, wow. Okay, good. So let me just share this other thing that what I've done before now. Just see how it is. Of course, this is still one I did with using still the same process I'm trying to show you that it's not working. I don't know why it's not working. But it's the same process I used here, and it worked. And you can see that this is websites, right? I called it the style this whole stuff, this whole infinity free and how it works. And then I was able to set it up, right, through just the same means that I'm trying to show you guys. So what it now became an e-commerce. That was an e-commerce store. So if you look from here, you can see that after installing the theme and the template that's supposed to be used, you can see that you have, of course, since it was e-commerce, you can see stuff like payments, analytics, marketing. Of course, this Elementor template is here. This is Astra, the theme that was installed. This is Post. This is media, pages, of course. And I was talking about posts, right? And you can always see all your posts from here if you've posted anything. Love using Elementor. Now you see this. You see this is what I was trying to do, right? You see this is a blog post that I was trying to create from here. So you can add your blog post from here. You can do all the necessary settings that you want to do on your website from this particular spot. If following, of course, following the regular processes that needs to be followed. Now I installed a plugin called Rank Math, which helps for SEO. This is the plugin. I installed the plugin installed, so I'll go to install plugin. Now I installed that plugin. You can see it here, Rank Math. You notice you've been using Rank Math for more than a week now. So I installed Rank Math. Rank Math helps for SEO. I mean, it means that if you want to upload your content on your website, it can help you check out if the content are SEO friendly enough and if they meet up SEO standards. Of course, we'll be coming to that soon. Coming to that soon. But then you still want to know the basics of what it is all about. But I don't know why from the other end it has refused to. Oh, okay. Now yeah. So if you want to write a blog post, now it's not that this one is open. If you want to write a blog post, you can always write it from here after doing your whole setup and everything, right? But this one job that without setting up the website. This is how the whole website is going to look like. I mean, depending on the theme you're using and the plugin you use, right? You can also check for the website if the website is mobile friendly after setting it up, right? And now you want to also set up your WordPress dashboard. You want to set up your WordPress, and you want to set up the general settings, right? So we click on general brown, and it's going to show you how the WordPress is going to look like, right? And now you see here, I set mine as site title. The site title is, of course, the name that you're going to see on the website. Like the one that we have, currently what we have there is my blog. But with this one, you're going to see, you can change the site title to what it's supposed to be. And I changed it to Baker's Grocery, right? And then the tagline is what you want to put as the tagline, because you know what the tagline is. All this, everything you need, right? And now this is the WordPress address and the site address, of course, which is the one we got from Infinity Free, right? Now, administration email address, right? So you can change this. I can decide to change this email address, right? And this is membership registration. Maybe you want someone to register on your website, and you can for anyone to register. Maybe you want someone to register to your website or something. New user default rule is subscriber. you can change this. So what this means is that as a subscriber, the only thing they will do is they will just see what is going on what is on the website without doing anything, right? You can also add this. You can make someone an administrator, which is harmful. I mean, you don't want to do that because the person can be able to access your website, the back end, which you have. Contributor is there for someone to contribute. Author, maybe you want them to always write on your blog. Editor, you want them to edit a few things, right? So you can customize it. Language, of course, we need to leave it as English. And then the time zone, you want to set the time zone that is relevant to where you are. Of course, I will just leave it at that. But let me see if I can change the time zone. I will change it that we have Nigeria here. Just have- But these are where you can set up all of this, right? The time format is it correct? I mean, the time format is in general. Of course, when you start doing all of these settings, you're done with it. You can also move down to the next thing, which is maybe the writing setting, right? And you want to set up how the writing is going to look like. So you want to see, you can see a default post category is uncategorized, that's for default. The default post formats default post format is standard. You want to leave it as standard. You have image, and these are all the things that you can see. So you can change this, and then you can leave it as standard, right? The mail server here, we have mail.example.com. So that's like the mail server. So you can change this category, right? But maybe you have to create a post before you can change this category. So let's say we go to post, go to all posts. Of course, we have here uncategorized, right? So let's say we want to add a new post. We have to add new posts. So you click on add new, and then it's going to open up where you can be able to write your post, your blog post. So everything is going slowly. I don't know why. This is just not the day. I have swapped up to 2 networks now. So if this is network, I don't know. I'll just do that. I think I'll just do that. Just do that. I don't know why. Usually, you can write the new code by just clicking on adding new, and it's going to take you to the next window where you can add the blog post, right? And of course, you can add a blog post by just clicking add new. Straight to that window where you can add the new blog post that you want. You write your blog post and then publish. Of course, that's after you finish writing the blog post that you want to publish it. Publish, and you can be able to publish your post. But then, the major thing why I actually wanted us to look at this blog, WordPress now, aim
acting up today. I don't know if it might also be from their end. I don't know, but it's acting all up. A simple website can be managed using WordPress, which is a content management system, right? So you see how you can be able to make a blog post, be able to set up your website, how people are going to interact with it, the reading section, the writing section, the discussion section, of course, if there are any, your permalinks, user settings, privacy settings, all of those settings that are necessary for the websites for people to look at it and for people to be able to access the website. People build their websites on WordPress, right? There are some websites that are built strictly on WordPress. It's just a simple method I showed, which is of course after logging into WordPress for the first time, you select a theme and then you install the theme. After installing the theme, you activate it. After activating the theme, you look for those starter templates because you're going to see it on the theme there. You install the starter templates and then you look for a template that suits your brand or your business. And after using that template, you install the templates. Once you install the templates, which of course those simple processes that I was supposed to go through before it started acting up. Once you pass through those processes, the next thing you have to do is to put in those simple information that is going to ask you, like your name, uh, your email, and who you're doing the website for. Are you a beginner or whatever they are going to ask you as questions, right? And you just do all of those stuff, and it sets it up for you and links up the templates to your website and makes the template to be synced with your website, right? And it's just that simple. It's not really much of a big deal. I'm wondering why it is giving me so much headache this evening. But I think I'll just leave it and maybe I don't know, maybe in our next class might have been brought up to speed. So I'll just leave it at that, right? So let's just talk about SEO because, of course, um, having a website and all of those stuff, you also want your website to be SEO friendly. Now, what is SEO? SEO is simply search engine optimization. And what is search engine optimization? Search engine optimization is the process of improving your website so that it ranks highly in search engines for keywords and phrases. Right. Um, um, so using search engine optimization is simply your website ranking on your website ranking on search engines. Of course, we have various search engines. The most popular one is Google, but we have the likes of Bing. We have the likes, of course, Bing it's also a search engine. You can Google search engine. We have Bing. Bing is that of Microsoft, but they're like the two most popular search engines in the world, right? The rest are just there. So, of course, a search engine optimization is to ensure that your website ranks on search engines when people hit certain or type in certain keywords or certain phrases. For instance, someone types in um, something relevant to your business, right? How to do this, or I want to do this. Search engine optimization helps your website to be able to rank on the search engine when people query those keywords or phrases that are related to your business, right? Now, the more keywords you rank for, the higher your website is going to rank. And that's the more people are going to become familiar with your website and business. I mean, if you do your search engine optimization well, you're going to rank high, and people are going to see you more, see your website more as well. Now, the goal of SEO is to direct more traffic to your website, right? From members of you want to be able to fix your website from then that consumers, people who are coming in to check for people who are looking for people who are also to navigate or people something, right? So these key are going to be there to help them because of course if they put something they are expecting reply, right? Of course it is there for organic search and on the um, website pages. And of course, the major
Sorry. Yeah. So I didn't even know I was talking to myself for a long time. So the goal of SEO, like I said, is to ensure that your website ranks, of course, and members of the public can be able to see your website on the search engine when they query for a particular keyword. And of course, SEO is important because number one, it helps your website to appear on organic search, meaning you don't have to pay for your website to pop up or your blog to pop up on the first page or the pages of the search engine. One, two, it also gives your brand credibility and trust. I mean, somebody queries a particular keyword and then they see your blog post coming up with the relevant keywords, of course, the keywords that you use in the blog post, and then they come up and Google can see that, oh, okay, this post is relevant. Let's say they're using Google, because let's just use Google because Google is the most popular one. They use Google and then they query your website on Google. They query a keyword on Google. Maybe the keyword is how to make leather bag industry, or you're in the leather bag business, how to make leather bags. And your website pops up as a brand that has maybe a blog post on how to make the good leather bags, maybe in 2023. Of course, you want to, those are very essential, those kind of things for your keyword. And of course, the website pops up. It gives you credibility because they see it and they read it and they get the information they want. And they're like, okay, fine, this website is credible enough, right? It gives your users better experience and also gives you more traffic and can also increase your engagement, increase your traffic. Because when people query a keyword and your website pops up, they will definitely come to your website, and that is traffic to your website, right? And also increasing your engagement, and it also increases your buying cycle. It also increases the buying cycle of buyers, right? And it helps you to be able to actually rank and in a very cost-effective way, whereby you don't have to spend so much money, and of course, it's long term. And SEO sometimes it's funny because you might do all the right things and your website will take months. It's funny how it happens. Sometimes it can happen within days. Sometimes it can happen within months. Sometimes it can even take a year before your website will begin to rank. So it's quite tricky. And sometimes business owners, maybe they employ you as a digital marketer and then they expect you to begin to rank immediately and they don't get the results as they expected. They might think that maybe you're not doing the right thing. But of course, there's a way search engine works, right? So Google crawls, the search engine crawls. So what it does is it crawls the website. That's why if that thing had come up, we could have seen where we could have let the website to be callable by Google. Of course, we're going to turn it off because, of course, we don't want it to be crawled because it's not a setup. But what Google does is, or what the search engine does is, it crawls the web, right? And it crawls through different websites and crawls through different pages of the websites. And then after crawling, what it does is it now index these pages, right? Indexes these pages. Now, there are several things that make it to index the page. First of all, the page speed, of course, the page should be able to open fast. And secondly, um, the keywords that are on that page, are they relevant enough? So when it indexes this, all these pages on the website, it then stores it. That's the indexing. It indexes it and stores it like a very big chunk of so that when users come on their search engine and make a search, it scrolls through the store where it stores all of this website and all of these pages, all of this information within seconds, and immediately produces the information that is relevant or that they find relevant to the keyword or the phrase that that person searched. Now, this happens within seconds, right? That's why you don't even notice it. I mean, you come to Google and you put the best restaurant in Lagos, right? Or you say best restaurants in Lagos. Immediately, within seconds, Google goes into its index where it stores all of this information, and then looks for pages that have that relevant keyword or that have that relevant topic that you have put in Google or you have made as a search. Immediately it looks for it, it looks for the ones that are relevant, and then it brings it out to you as the user or to us as the users to consume as information, right? Now, another thing that also influences your ranking is the on-site time, how long people spend on your websites, right? This is important because if people come to your website and what's that rate again? I'm trying to, it's entering my head and going out. It's a very common word that we use. I'll remember it. Now people come to your website and the bounce rate, exactly. Now, if the bounce rate on your website is high, people Google will see that. If Google looks at it, of course, it also stores those information. Maybe your page is ranking good, and your bounce rate happens to be high in the sense that people come to your website or they go to that page that has that information. They scroll through and they leave your page in less than 1 minute, because of course, or maybe within 1 minute or less, right? Google now sees your page as a page that is not relevant enough or doesn't give them the relevant information that they need, right? And it then reduces your ranking. So if your page might be ranking number 1 today, and tomorrow it might be ranking number 10 because maybe the bounce rate is high, or aside the bounce rate, the algorithm can also have a way of pushing the page backwards. So it happens, right? It fluctuates sometimes. So you don't really want to take that to heart, right? So now there are several types of keywords. There are actually mainly 3 types of keywords, right? We have the short tail keywords. We have the short tail keywords. Sorry, 2 types of keywords, rather, not 3. There are 2 types of keywords. We have the short tail keywords. Now, what are short tail keywords? Short tail keywords are keywords that are 1 or 2 words, right? And of course, that has a very high, huge search volume. Short tail keywords have a high, huge search volume. So something like short tail. Let's look for a short tail keyword now. Weight. Weight. Just weight, right? Weight loss, right? Um, to Africa, African continent, right? Lagos, Ikeja, Lagos, right? All those kind of keywords. So let's look for something that, yeah, short tail. Yes, short tail keywords. Short tail. What do I call now? Of course, short tail keywords are like that, right? 1 word, 2 words, those are short tail keywords. Now, their search volume is very high. Why? Because it's easy for people to search that kind of keyword. Do you understand? Google just searches and looks for websites that rank in that page and just push that kind of information to you because they are not the search volume is high. People are searching for it, like so many people are searching for it. That's not the kind of keyword you even want to compete with, right? And then we have long tail keywords. Now, long tail keywords are keywords that are between 3 to 8 or more words. Good. Now, long tail keywords are keywords that are between 3 to 8 or more words, right? Of course. And those are the very effective keywords you want to use for your
SEO practice because they are very specific, right? They are very, very specific keywords. Of course, I mentioned one, best, something like best restaurants in Lagos, right? They are specific. The person is specific on the kind of information that they want, and that's how do we classify commercial keyword because they are looking to buy and also we don't classify it as information. It's usually we call it commercial or transactional. We have of course, keywords like that. We have lost weight in 3 days organically. Yeah, that is a long tail keyword. We have stuff like that. Weight loss clinic near me. The gym. Gym in what gyms can I find in or gyms within this particular location, right? So you have this kind of keywords, right? And those are long tail keywords and they are better to be used. They are 3 to 8 or more words. And of course, they are specific. Those are the kind of keywords that you want to use. Now, there are 3 types of long tail keywords. And actually, if you're using a keyword planner, you're going to see that there are more than 3. So we have navigational. First is 4 actually. So if you're using some platforms to show you 3, some will show you 4. It just depends, right? But let's use 4. So you have the navigational keyword. Now, navigational is they're trying to navigate through to something. Maybe they're trying to navigate, right? They want to, of course, just like the word navigational, they want to be able to find out a location where something is, right? And then we have informational keywords. Now, the informational keywords are they want to get information about something, right? They are looking for information, right? So you have them traceable. They want to understand what this information how the information can help them. They are just basically sourcing for information. So we call that informational keywords. Example, maybe they are looking for stuff. They don't maybe just short the keywords sometimes fall under informational, like say buy weight loss pill, um, um, weight loss machine. So they're trying to find out an information about that particular thing. Just those kind of keywords, right? They are informational keywords. We now have transactional. Transactional keywords are the ones that the person is trying to purchase, right? They're trying to find out this information because they want to make a purchase of something, get something. So those are transactional keywords. Stuff like buy, where can I buy, or where can I get this kind of stuff, right? Those are transactional. Then we have commercial keywords. Commercial are the ones that they are not, maybe they don't want to buy, but they want to find out like uh, about it, right? They want to find out its commercial price, maybe the price or how they can get it, right? Things like how much does this thing cost, or of course, how much does this thing cost? How much do they sell this stuff, right? Best sale, blah blah blah. So those are like commercial, right? Because they are trying to find out. Maybe they are not ready to buy, but they want to find out how it costs or the commercial level of it. Commercial level of that particular stuff that they are actually looking for, right? So of course, you want to optimize your website to be SEO friendly, right? There's a difference between SEO and SEM. Now, SEO is search engine optimization, and SEM is search engine marketing, right? And of course, they are not the same thing. SEO is, of course, using organic means, optimizing your website to get traffic from organic search results, right? So you are not paying for the traffic that you're going to get on your website. While SEM, of course, is to get traffic from both the paid and organic, right? So SEM is for both paid and organic. So that's where the advantage is. For SEO, is only organic searches, right? But for SEM, you are there for both paid and organic, right? And of course, you can drag traffic to your website by paying to get traffic, pay per click, right? Of course, Google search results are divided into two main categories, which is the paid one, the paid search, and the organic search. Of course, the organic search is the one, the SEO, where you have to search for something organically. And of course, the goal of SEO is to ensure that your site ranks. And how does SEO work now? There are basically three types of three ways SEO work. We have the on-page SEO, we have the off-page, and we have the technical, right? Now, on-page SEO is where you optimize your website around keywords, right? So the keywords we've been talking about is majorly on page SEO. Now, that is where you optimize website around keywords, right? So that the website can rank with certain keywords, right? Of course, on page SEO, you have to include your main keyword in your title tag, in your meta description, in your web page URL, and also in the body of whatever you are writing. So your main keyword, that's the keyword that you want as the main keyword that if people search for your platform or your website, they can be able to see it, right? That's keyword now serves as your main keyword. So it wants to, you have to make that keyword to be in your title tag. You also want to be in your meta description. You want it to be in your web page URL. If that platform had open, I would have showed you guys where if I'm trying to write, if you're trying to write an SEO content, how what's the name of that platform? That this thing now. Rank Math can help you ensure that your keywords are placed in this your keywords are placed in these places that are necessary so that it can rank, right? And just that it refused to come up, and I don't know why. So, of course, maybe we'll look at that in our next class since it refused to come up today. Right now, that's on page SEO. And now we have off page SEO. Now, off page SEO is about getting traffic from other websites, right? That means getting traffic and getting traffic and trust from other websites, right? So it's always advisable that you don't pay. Google takes a lot of they find out that you paid to get your website mentioned on another person's website. But of course, you have to pay. That's the truth. People pay for it, right? You want your website to be mentioned on a popular blog website, you have to pay for it. They charge too high, as much as 30,000 naira. So that's off page. Now it's all about getting trust and authority signals from other websites, and they are called backlinks, right? It involves building what we call high quality backlink to your own website. Now, what does this mean? A popular website, say a popular website like Tech Cabal, let's use Tech Cabal as an instance, are writing a post, right? And they have my website link on their post, and they insert it in strategic points on their blog post, and people click on that website link to my website. That's a backlink, and those are quality, of course, high quality backlinks. Their backlinks are not high quality, so they have the link to my own website from their post. So it redirects them from their website to my own website, right? So that's backlinks. And of course, that's one way of getting your website rank high on Google, because they now see your website as an authority and a website that people can trust, especially when it's coming from another website with a very high quality score. Now, there are what we call high quality score. The high quality score is how Google rates that particular website, right? Google can rate some websites really high and rate some low. Of course, that's where the high quality score comes in. And then we now have the technical SEO. Now, technical SEO is where you make sure that Google and other, of course, search engines can crawl and index all the pages on your websites. Now, that one includes things like making sure your website loads very quickly and also that your site is set up correctly and all of those stuff, right? Um, and there are people that their major focus is SEO, that is their own um, um, area of expertise, right? So these are the guys that can actually do this. I mean, they do it a lot. So, but first of all, even when from building the website from scratch, even especially if you're building from scratch, you want to ensure that your website is fast. The pages are loading fast. They are not too slow. Um, you want to ensure that your website pages are also linked correctly to each other, and that Google can crawl and index your pages on your website. Because Google crawls through the pages of website uh, severally, right? It does this from time to time, of course. Another key technical part of SEO is how the users interact with your website. That's this technical SEO. Of course, how do users interact with your website? How does your website help your users, right? So if your page, like I talked about that bounce rate, right? If your page is good enough for the search and they put your page up for the search, and then the bounce rate is high, that people are leaving the website immediately they come in. So Google states that, oh, okay, for these people to be leaving this website, it means that they are not getting the information that they need, right? So it means that they see that your page is not giving people the answer that they want in their query. And Google now considers your page a very bad fit for that keyword. So your rankings are going to drop down a little bit, or maybe even completely off the first page. So it happens. So you might rank off the first page completely, or your ranking might just drop down to a little, right? Of course, that depends on the number of people who are also competing for that same keyword, right? Um, so you want to ensure that all of these things are okay. Now you want to test your website if it is mobile friendly, because that is very important that your website is mobile friendly, right? Because most people are searching for information from their phone, their mobile. Give me a second. Yeah. So you want to also be sure that your website is mobile friendly. So there's this particular website they use. It's called mobiletest.me. Um, you can test if your website is mobile friendly from there. You can also use the Google search mobile friendly test, where you can also check if a website is mobile friendly, if people can actually interact with that website well on mobile, or if it is looking somehow when they are looking at it from their phones. Because of course, most of your traffic is going to come from your mobile phone, right? So you want to be sure that your website is mobile friendly. You also want to enter your website URL in Chrome, in other browsers, and check how they are moving, right? How fast they open. You also want to be able to be sure that your website are moving very fast. Um, so you can also check if it's mobile friendly by going to Chrome. In the Chrome, type in your website's URL, and then you right click, and then you go to inspect, right? And when you inspect, let me check. Let's see if this is going to work.
So what do we do now? Let's see. Since all those websites refuse to open up, I don't know what's their problem. Well, okay, so you want to be able to inspect all of these things to be sure that your website is fast, right? Of course, that mobiletest.me helps you to do it really, really fast to check if your website is mobile friendly. Give me a second. Yeah, so of course, you want to be able to ensure that all of these things are functioning really fine, and your website is also functioning very, very fine, right? Yeah. So of course, there are tools to actually do your keyword research because of course the focus is on page SEO. Um, there are tools that you can use to do keyword research. Because what is keyword research? First of all, keyword research is a process of you discovering keywords and phrases that people use in searching it to search for several stuffs that they need, right? People are searching for stuff on Google, people are searching for stuff on Bing, people are searching for stuff on YouTube. But then the major places, Google, right? Google, um, you want to be sure that you are using keywords on your website or on your page that people are actually searching for. And it's very important that you have to do this because it is the keyword research that will determine the kind of keywords that you will use and that people are also going to use to query your website if they are going to be able to get it. Now, keyword research, of course, impacts every other SEO task that you perform, including finding your content topics, including on-page SEO, email outreach, content promotion, everything. Keyword is important, the kind of keywords that you're using, right? So keyword research is usually like the first step of any campaign. So you want to be able to do your keywords and to find out if your keywords are actually um, make sense, right? Keywords are like they say that keywords serve like a compass, right? For your campaigns, for your SEO campaign. They'll tell you where you're going and if you're making progress, right? Because if people are searching for something, they are using this particular keyword to search for it. And if they need results, they need it through the keyword, right? So they want to search through several keywords and find out if your website is actually um, then from these keywords, it's going to Google will now determine if your website is actually um, good enough for them to rank it or for them to push it out for people to see that information as an information that is valid that people need, right? So you want to do your keyword research very well, and of course, it helps you understand your target audience because by the time you understand what people are using for their keywords, it gives you intent. You now have insight into what your customers are searching for and the exact words and phrases that they are using.
And in other words, you can be able to know what kind of keywords you can put in um, your blog posts, in your meta title, in your taglines, to ensure that people, so that when they search for that keyword, your post is going to pop up at least on Google's first page. Of course, Google keyword research is like the market research right now on the internet, because people are looking for keywords every day. Now, you need to find these keywords ideas. How do you do that? First of all, you have to come up with certain topics that you feel that your customers are interested in. So you need to think, what topics are people interested in, right? What topics do people search for that are related to my business, right? You can now think of topics that people search for that are interested in, related to your business, right? So, of course, these topics are not, you think about topics that people search for that are related to your business, first of all. That depends. Let's say maybe, what do I use now? Whatever business you're doing, right? There are certain topics that are related to that business. So from those topics, people are going to be searching for several keywords that are going to be related to that business, right? And you want to have all of this, have this brainstorming session first of all to know. You have to have this brainstorming session first of all to know, okay, these are the keywords that people are likely searching for, right? And then you now want to do your keyword research with certain keyword tools. Now, we have keyword research tools like the Google Keyword Planner, we have Keyword Sofa, we have Google Suggest, we have SEM Rush, we have RFs. But the thing is, most of these tools, of course, you have to pay to use these tools to the best of your advantage, right? So say you want to do a keyword search, right? For instance, you want to know, and of course, one thing you also have to take note of now is that Google takes a lot of preference these days to how to content, like how to keywords. Like most of those keywords are informational. They take a lot of preference for more informational content, right? Because I mean, most people searching the internet, most people searching through the search engine, most of their keywords they are putting out are how to keywords, how to do this, how to do that. How to do this, how to do that, right? Those are the kind of keywords that they're searching for. So you want to, have them have these keywords. You want to have these keywords as part of your keywords that you're looking for on Google. So for instance, let's say I want to do a quick Google search now, and we go to the search engine. And of course, you can also start from here, which is like, let me share my screen. What's the time? 23 minutes after 4. Yeah. So, say you want to search for something like, I don't know what topic I'm going to search for now. You're going to also see related keywords or what people are also searching for. That can also combine for your keyword research. So you can see something like, okay, let's just see this kind of keyword, restaurants, Lagos, or if I do restaurants name, the restaurants in Lagos mainland, right? Now you're seeing the top 10 best restaurants in Lagos, updated October 2023. Now, another thing important is this, you see this update, right? You can see the 10 best. Some company contents are even old. They will now go and add the 10 best restaurants in Lagos 2023, right? just to update it so they can rank. Now you can see this person is ranking at the top, and there is no paid search here. This is a free search, right? And then you can see this one as well. And you can see it is the 50 best restaurants to have dinner in Lagos. Now you can see people also ask, what is the most famous food in Lagos? Now this can also comprise of your keyword, right? What people are also asking for. How much is a meal in Lagos? Can you see this? So you see, what is the traditional food of Lagosians? So you want to use some of these keywords to also think of keyword ideas, right? You want to use them as things that comprise of your keyword ideas. Hold on. So you want to use that as part of your keyword ideas to be able to formulate, oh, okay, these keywords are relevant to my business, right? So you see this place what people are also asking for. They can also form some of the keywords that you want to use, right? You see list of restaurants in Lagos. You can also use Wikipedia, right? Wikipedia can also give you some keywords. It's actually overlooked most times, but it also gives you some keywords because you can find articles that are written by other people, and of course they are well organized and of course have very good categories there, and you can use Wikipedia to get some keyword ideas, right? You can type broad keywords there, and of course it's going to take you to very broad topics, but then you can look at the content section of their page and be able to look at the subtopics, and of course from the subtopics you can see keywords that are there that can also help your keyword research, right? So yeah, this can also be one. You see here, people also ask, of course, I've checked that. You can also come down here, you see here, this can also comprise of your keyword research, right? Top 10 restaurants in Lagos, rooftop restaurants in Lagos, affordable restaurants in Lagos, top 10 restaurants, top restaurants in Lagos, blah, blah, blah. So many of these, right? These are all keywords. And you can see this is Google's first page. And the aim that so many people, the aim of every keyword SEO campaign is to ensure that you rank on this first page, because people, my first page says past first page. So you see, because even the first page, you're aiming to rank the first page. If you're using a smartphone, I think it stops at 10 or so. You're aiming to rank at this first page because most people rarely go beyond the first page, right? And it's not so easy to rank on the first page anyways. So let's be honest. But of course, with time and effort, consistency, you can rank, right? So you can see how these contents are that rank on this first page. What was my query keyword? Restaurants in Lagos. You see this first one, the 10 best restaurants in Lagos, updated October 2023. Maybe if we go to read it, we might find certain keywords. It's still the same person, tripadvisor.com, the same TripAdvisor, right? Now here, the best restaurants to have dinner in Lagos. You see how you see the keyword? The keyword was restaurants in Lagos. That was the main keyword. You can see how their ranking is because of that main keyword that was queried in, and the main keyword was in their title, first of all, in their meta title. So you can see that that main keyword is first of all here, 10 best restaurants in Lagos, 10 best restaurants in Lagos State, of course. 50 best restaurants to have dinner in Lagos, new restaurants in Lagos, new restaurants in Lagos to visit. You can see how they are well ranked because of the first of the keyword, and however they were able to write that blog post that made this keyword to be able to actually rank higher, right? Of course, you can do, of course, this you can also do where is forums.
you can search for a keyword plus forums, right? That's to find out where your target audience are hanging out on Google, right? Let's see, restaurants in Lagos. Let's see if it's going to give us anything. Plus forums. Like give us anything. Okay, still the same set of people, but you can see now that some of the people that were ranking high before are no longer ranking on this other page, right? Top restaurants in Lagos forum, best restaurants in Lagos forums. People also latest searches, right? Now I have some SEO tools here. You can see RFs. RFs is not free. RFs is expensive to use, but this is like free version that I have as an extension on my system. We know what extension is, right? You can always add an extension here on your system, right? Now this is, you can see here that RFs is also giving me some keywords that I can use. You see top restaurants in Lagos forums, best restaurants in Lagos forums, fine dining restaurants in Lagos. These are the keyword ideas that RFs is giving me. But let's look for something else now. Let's say we want to search for let's make that shoes for me. People already give me queries that people are already asking. Like, first of all, why are these people ranking higher? What food journal? Why are they ranking higher? GQ Australia. So, that are they ranking higher? They're ranking higher because they have a high quality. Now, their high quality score is the fact that they have a large number of traffic almost every month. People are visiting this platform almost every month. And of course, it's a place where people go to try to buy items. So you see it's transactional, right? Now you see the keyword was best leather shoes for men, right? And this is images, first of all. And these images belong to certain brands, right? And now you see people also ask, and this is what I wanted to ask. Who makes the best leather shoes for men? I wanted to ask this. I wanted to put this as my own query too. You can see that people are also asking. It's even the first thing that people are asking here. You now see which brands leather shoes is the best. Which country has best leather shoes? Which is the best formal shoe company in the world? Sorry, guys. To talk to me. So you now see, you can see all of this, right? Who makes the best leather shoes for men? People also ask all of these questions, right? So you can see it's ranking, right? And you can see them ranking with pictures. The pictures also play a role in SEO, right? And of course, that also kind of research what business actually does, right? Now look at RFs giving us that. You can see RFs. You can see giving us them from our shoe brands in the world, keyword ideas, investments, dress, shoes, yes, all of this. That that's it. That page so that we also ask, right? The same thing that they have there, right? I just copy. Same thing URLs, trying with arrows, right? On these arrows, also have SEO video, you have SEO work. My phone is SEO work on. I have all of this as plugins, right? On my system. This SERP. SERP is the search engine. Search engine results page links. Yeah. So SERP is search engine results page. Right? You can see it, of course, this is SERP, right? You can see search engine result page links.
because these are the links that appeared, the links that appeared on search, so that just query it. You can see that these are the links that appear on the search result we just queried. Sorry. See SEMrush rank, SEMrush. Now SEMrush is another tool that you can use for your keyword search. I think we're going to really focus on the tools. Next class, we already factored now, right? Use SEMrush. That's like the version of course. See here you have SEMrush ranking. That's of course the keyword ranking. This is SEO back. But you can see SEMrush is also a very big platform, right? And you can see how a lot of people use it for their SEO search. This is SEO back. This is being indexed. That is how best indexed on this pages are they indexed on Bing, the Bing platform, because Bing is the different search engine. That Bing there. SEMrush subdomain backlinks, SEMrush backlinks, SEMrush ranking, all of this information. No one wants to look at right now. See parameters, see export, see on this page. All of this. Right now, we also have. I also have another. Let's see for domain authority. I don't know what Mosbar. Now, Mosbar is also another tool that people also use for search engine keyword research. Now, this is Mosbar. Keyword difficulty. That's of course. If you want to be, yes, that's going to happen. Like I said, we're going to look at that in this class. If you want to do keywords, you want to search for keyword difficulty, right? If you want to do SEO, you want to do big search, you want to do SEO, search implementation, normally you want to rank well. Then you want to use keywords with less keyword difficulty, but have high search, right? Now, these SEO tools or these keyword research tools will show us some of these things, right? They have it already on their platform, right? So you want to be able to use this keyword. You want to be able to use a keyword with less difficulty, right? We're going to look at that in the next class. You want to use keywords with less difficulty, but keywords that have a high search volume, actually want, right? Because the keyword difficulty will determine how you're going to rank. The keyword is very difficult to rank with. Just know that it's going to be difficult for the page to rank, right? But if the keyword difficult, and because keyword difficulty, can use keywords that difficult to rank if you're doing paid search. Because of course, if you want to pay for it, it means that definitely that keyword is likely to rank higher, right? But of course, you have to be able to bid higher as well, because that is bidding for ads. But for SEO, you want to have the keyword that we rank, but you also need to make sure that the difficulty is low enough that your keyword can be able to rank. Right? So you can see here that this post bar allows us to do keyword difficulty research, but you have to use the premium version of it, right? So this is how most bar looks like, right? You can see rank track inside for this, all your site about the technical SEO issues, help you track your performance, all of this, right? They do banking analysis, keyword research. It's also one tool that people use for SEO research. It's called Mosbar, right? And of course, you can see you have stocks that they offer, and you have to. But if we're using this free one, you can see here that they have certain results, right, that are appearing there. Of course, let's say we want to search for a particular page now. I want to look at how that page operates. Let's look for this particular page. Let's see, search for let's search for you can see here that they're telling us that subdomain backlink is about 22, being index is 14, full index is 7 backlinks, right? Check. So let's go to this page now. You want to see the page, right? Now you want to see, you can see how once bar has showed us some info of this page. Now, if it's a blog post, it's going to show you more stuff like this, right? You can see, let's go to that blog post. Let's see restaurants in Lagos, right? Let's see this post. Now, this is a blog post. Of course, you can see that it appeared as number 3 search, right? So that means they actually did something right. And you can see them that they have images on their blog post. They have, I don't know, let me see, let's finish. This on their blog post. You can also see their text on their blog post as well. How these days are post, but their page looks very different, right? Quite settled up. The attendance link can be posted if you can start setting attendance. Then you can be able to do page analysis now. From this now, look at it. Look at this now. Some of some major keywords. You can see some popular brands that also have good searches, right? You see how right? So they use this as well. And then of course they have each tags. You can see here the 50 best restaurants to have dinner in Lagos. That's each tag one, which is of course the headline. And then they have other 8 tags. You can see how the website looks like. You use this to you can be able to analyze the website and know how best they are functioning. Of course, if you want to get more, you have to pay for their paid version to be able to get more information.
Let's start from now. Seasonal restaurants in Lagos, seasonal restaurants in Lagos. Now, this is another one, right? Look at this blog post. You can see 6 new restaurants in Lagos to visit. Today, be written on July 21st, 2023, some few months back, right? See a post, a picture that they use here. Because your post needs to have a picture, first picture. And then you can now see names of the restaurant, the restaurant is there. You can see to do keyword research, you'll be able to find out some of the keywords that they used on this page, right? Let's see this little analysis of the page. Now, the page title is 16 restaurants in Lagos to visit, right? So, meta description they have here when it comes to Lagos. When it comes to food, Lagos certainly the what international cuisine, local delicacies, there's something for everyone. If you're looking for a new restaurant in Lagos to try out, there are things that you should check out. Whatever you so you can see that they also have some keywords here in their meta description. You can see Lagos, first of all. You can see new restaurant in Lagos, which is a keyword, right? Restaurant in Lagos, new restaurant in Lagos. It's also a keyword. See this word, new restaurant in Lagos, their job every day is to sit down and search for new restaurants in Lagos that can try restaurants in Lagos. So you see that word is also very strong. Try out here. Yes, blah blah blah, whatever restaurant. So you see that they also have some keywords in their meta description. You also want to take note from that while writing your blog post. Of course, you're posting it. There are tools like just like that rank I said that helps you for SEO on your blog post on your website, WordPress, right? Now we have their H tags. You can see their H tags, H1, H2 as strong, whose words are people are strong, words that they need This doesn't really give us much insight into all of this, but this is just for you to have a basic idea of how this whole keyword research thing works and how better right? See, CM push, right? CM push, RS is also RS, RS. It just depends on which tool you want to have this tool that will keep on search for right? When writing normal meta descriptions of the page, writing blog posts, especially your blog post, because most of the people are searching for stuff, right? When people search for information and stuff, what usually pops up is your blog post. Because if you have a blog post on your website, say I have like just look at now. The question was 6 new restaurants in Lagos, right? And new restaurants in Lagos. You can see this is a blog post that has a list of all the new restaurants in Lagos, right? And they wrote this blog post having in mind that anybody that's searching, someone that's searching for restaurants in Lagos. So these blog posts are very important. When people query for certain things, the blog post has relevant keywords. They will definitely pop up, right? If I look at this, if I look through this blog post, I can identify maybe a few relevant keywords that they must have done keyword research on to be able to make them rank. When it comes to food, blah blah blah, international cuisines, local delicacies, this is that meta description. Do you see it here? Right. So this is the description. The meta description can also serve as a description of the blog post, right? And then they also have the now you can see here up upscale restaurant. These are similar keywords to keyword Asian, Asian restaurant. Asian yeah. So when you do these keywords, you want to be able to strategically position some of these keywords in your posts, right? Because so they have many at their hashtags, right? You also want to have the keywords and hashtags that what are hashtags in subheading, right? Subheading. Like this now, this is hashtag one, right? This is hashtag that, hashtag one, this is hashtag two. Some of the new restaurants hashtag two, hashtag three, they're all hashtag. And I don't know how, I'm sure they use WordPress, but maybe we do not align this well because I can see this is old and then this other one is small. So maybe the person will rush for and sometimes WordPress can be very honest, WordPress can be very quick. It can writing some codes it happens like this. So I understand what the person has done here. I really understand what I'm very sure that the intention was not to read this two and three that are test. Maybe I also try to get them past also because you can see some gold distributing inside. You can see links. So this, see these are back links, right? You see links in this board, this blog. You can see links in this post. So they click on this link, they don't click it to inside. Any concern? No question, no concern. Okay. Um, a recap of today's class, like a summary. How do I want to do that? In how many minutes? All the things I've been saying since favor. I don't know how I want to do that right now. Sorry. Sorry, it's going to be difficult. But by next class, we are still going to touch. Of course, I will just do a recap by next class because this class is somehow there are too many abnormalities, and I'm sorry for that. Right, sincere apologies, guys. By the next class, probably everything should be fixed up, and I will no longer see all of these abnormalities that happened today. But the major thing is, of course, um you want to be able to know how to do keyword research so that your page can be able to rank right on Google or on search engines, because it's not just Google. Google is just one search engine. There's Bing, right? But of course, Google is the major one because people are using Google. If you search, if you do research now and check for the highest ranked search engines in Nigeria, right, or in the world, you see that Google is ranking number one. You even see the countries that actually use Google more, and you see other search engines, right? So you want to be able to also have that at the back of your mind when you're doing your keyword research. Well, the major thing is to use your keyword research for SEO so that your page can rank on the your website can rank on the first page of Google, right? That's the major aim. And like I said, remember, these things can be quite tricky. Sometimes your page can rank first, the early stages, and sometimes it can rank within a day. Sometimes it can rank within a week. Sometimes it can rank within months.
and sometimes it can take years, right? So it depends on how the search engine crawls and how frequently it crawls your website. It crawls from time to time. Now, how frequently it crawls your website to be able to index the pages on your website. That depends on how much your website is also going to be out there, right? And how much is also going to rank and how well it's going to rank on Google. I think that should have answered that question. Is there any other question? Now, we also have this SimilarWeb, but SimilarWeb is a platform that if your website doesn't have up to 50,000 visitors, you see, you reach your weekly limits. It's not like I've used Tito. You have to pay for all of these platforms. SimilarWeb is a very good platform to use for especially SEO ranking and competitor analysis, right? Competitor research. You want to find out your competitor website. How is the competitor website doing? And what's the number of traffic that they are getting? What's their quality score? What's their backlinks? How many backlinks do they have? What kind of backlinks do they have? SimilarWeb can help you do that, right? But it has to be, it's usually paid, and it doesn't check for websites that are below 50,000 monthly users, right? So it's also a very good platform. So if that is all, I don't think there's any question whatsoever. Apologies for the inconsistencies of today, first of all. Of course, sorry for those inconsistencies, right? Do yourself a favor by installing these extensions on your browser. The install extensions are not hard, right? If you do a simple Google search of Google extensions, what's the time? We're almost done with this class. Right. You should be able to see a good number of extensions. Yeah. So you can see extensions, right? And you can see all of these extensions that are on Google. Now, these extensions are there to help you. Of course, there are different kind of extensions. You can see AI powered, made for creatives, works with Gmail. Now, I want you guys to install Mosbar extension. Mosbar, the one I just checked, maybe not too big, but just for you to do simple keyword research, right? Simple stuff, simple checks. If you just want to do simple checks for simple stuff, instead of trying to go and open a full website, you can just use Mosbar. There are so many extensions that can help your Google you do stuffs online, both snippets for you to be able to see things. Now, look at these extensions. You see here you have keyword software. You have these are SEO extensions. You can see what they would measure your online presence. Now you see software, you see social level, meta SEO inspector, link research SEO toolbar, tube body. These cannot be the only ones, but find a way to install the Mosbar extension and maybe this software extension. Right? In our next class, we'll be looking at SEMrush. Now, also, I want you guys to do a lookup on SEMrush. It's an SEO tool. It's an SEO research tool. Do a lookup on SEMrush, and next class we are going to look at it in detail so that you will have an understanding of what SEMrush is about, all right, and how best we can use it. Do we understand? So first things first, install a plugin. Installs, not plugins, I call it plugins because of this thing. Extensions, right? You can see I have several extensions on my system. You see I have, some of them are not for SEO. This one is Grammarly, right? I have Grammarly extension. I have Kevlar, I have Mosbar, SEO Minion, SimilarWeb, Sweet Wallet. Some of these extensions, I don't even use them most times, but I want you to do RFs. I want to see how you can install extensions. It's not hard. I'm not going to show you how to do it. Just try and do it by yourself. Install extensions, RFs, and also install Mosbar and RFs, right? Install those two extensions, and then have a quick look at SEM Brush, right? Have a quick look at SEM Brush, because if we're going to do keyword research in our next class, the keyword research people are going to do, you are going to do it as a classwork, because I noticed that people don't like doing assignments. I noticed we don't like doing assignments, so we'll do it as a classwork, whatever we're going to do in our next class. I think that should be all for today. If there's not a question, I beg to take my. Okay. So I'm guessing that is all. All right. That should be all for today. I'll see you guys in our next class.